Welcome everyone. Today I am going to discuss about operators that are used in C language. So there are two types of operators. One is binary operator and another one is unary operator. Now what do you mean by operators? Let me show you. Okay, suppose I am writing A plus B. So what is the operator that is used here? Plus is the operator and A and B are the operands. So in C language there are many operators available. Some are binary and some are unary. Now what is binary operator? Let me tell you. Suppose here if I write A plus B, how many operands are there? Two operands and one operator. So this is a binary operator. Similarly, if the operator is applied to a single operand, suppose there is something called A plus plus, which is called increment operator. Here increment operator, we will see what is increment operator in the later slides. You see this is A plus plus, this is the increment operator. Now what is exactly increment operator we will see in the later slides. So here this increment operator is applied to a single variable or operand, only A. So that's why it is known as unary operator. Let us discuss the binary operators. So the first binary operator is arithmetic operator. So these are the arithmetic operators that are used in C. First one is plus. This is used for addition. If I want to add two numbers, we will be using plus. Then minus for subtraction. This star symbol we use for multiplication. Then this slash for division and this modulo symbol for to find out the remainder. Suppose I want to find out what is the remainder if I divide 5 by 2. Now modulo, when do we use? Suppose I want to find out the remainder of, like if I divide 5 divided by 2, then what is the remainder if I want to find out? Then I will use the modulo symbol, that is 5 modulo 2. Then the answer will be 1 because the remainder is 1. So similarly we have relational operators. This is for greater than symbol, this is greater than equal to, this is less than equal to. Next is equality operator. Equality, suppose I want to find whether A is equal to B or not, then I will use double equal. We don't use single equal, we use double equal. Similarly, not equal to symbol is exclamation mark and one single equal. Then we have the last binary operator is logical operator. So we have logical and, the symbol is 2 ampersand, logical or, this is the symbol, and logical not, a single exclamation mark. So for all these operators, as we will proceed to the programming section, we will come across this different types of operators. So these are the binary operators. Now we will discuss the unary operator. Let us see the unary operators that are used in C language. So the first one is increment operator. So here you see plus plus is the symbol for increment operator, then decrement operator, minus minus. Now this increment and decrement operator can be used in two ways. One is postfix and another one is prefix. Now what is postfix? When postfix plus plus or minus minus is, here you see a single dash is coming but actually it is two minus, is used with a variable in an expression, then the expression is evaluated first using the original value of the variable and then the variable is incremented or decremented by 1. Similarly, what is prefix? When prefix plus plus or variable in an expression, then the variable is incremented or decremented and then the expression is evaluated using the new value of the variable. I will explain it with the help of an example, but before that just know plus plus. Suppose if I write A plus plus, if the original value of A is suppose 5, if I write A plus plus, the new value will be, the value will be incremented by 1. Similarly, if I write A minus minus, the value will be decremented by 1. That is meant by increment and decrement, increasing the value by 1 and decreasing the value by 1. Now to explain postfix and prefix in a better way, I will explain it with the help of an example. Let me explain increment and decrement operator using both postfix and prefix. You see this example, here I am having a equal to 5, b equal to 6 and c is another variable. Now c equal to a plus 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 b. So if I need to evaluate this, how I am going to write down? Now here it is a plus plus. What is written in a plus plus? If this is a postfix, okay. In postfix we take the original value and later on we increment the value. So here in this, when I am going to use a plus plus in this expression, I'll be using 5 only, the original value, and I'll be adding it with b value which is 6. Now 5 plus 6 is 11. Okay, in this expression the original value is used, but in the next line if I try to see what is the new value of a, it was 5, but since it has become a plus plus, now it will become 6. Similarly, you see this one here. The original value of a is 5, b is 6 and c is a variable that we will be using. Now c equal to plus plus a plus b. Here this is prefix. So in prefix we will increment the value and then we will use it in the expression. So originally the value of a was 5, now it is 6. So 6 plus 6 equal to 12. Now what is the new value of a? 6. Got it? In postfix we use the original value and after that we increment, and in prefix we increment and then we use it. Okay, so this is the difference between postfix and prefix. Here I have shown you an example of a increment, postfix increment, and postfix concept will be applicable for decrement decrement operator also. Okay, next operator that we are going to discuss is conditional operator or ternary operator. So we use either the name, it means the same thing, conditional operator or ternary operator. It means that here we will be dealing with 3 operators. Okay, that's why it is known as ternary operator. So what is the conditional operator looks like? You will write down question mark and then you will give a colon. This is a conditional operator. Now what is the syntax? First you will write down the condition, then you will give a question mark. Now suppose this condition is true, then expression 1 will be evaluated or displayed, or this colon means if this condition is false. If this condition is false, then expression 2 will be evaluated. Now let us see one example. Here we are writing c equal to, so whatever is the answer it will be stored in c. So if a is greater than b, if this condition is true, question mark, if it is true, then a will be stored in c, and if this condition is false, then b will be stored in c. The program for conditional operators we will see in the next video. In this video I am just explaining what are the different types of operators used in C, and you can see the contents of the video in the description box. There I have mentioned what are the topics that are included in this video. Let us see what is bitwise operator and shift operators. So these are, so till now we are discussing only the unary operators, like binary operators we have already discussed. Now we are discussing the unary operator and decrement operator and ternary or conditional operator. Now it is bitwise and shift operator. So bitwise operators are bitwise and the symbol is this ampersand symbol, single ampersand. Don't get logical operator and bitwise operator. The next one is bitwise or, this is the symbol, bitwise or, this is the symbol, and bitwise not, this is the symbol. Basically it deals with the binary values. All of you already know what are the logical gates. The truth table for AND is what? 0 and 0 is 0, 0 and 1 1, sorry 0, 1 0 is 0 and 1 1 1. So all of us already know the truth tables. So based on the truth tables we will do the bitwise operator. Now for example, consider this a equal to 1100. then b equal to 0011. So here the operations are done at bit level. Now suppose we are going to perform bitwise AND. Then what is 0 1 0, 0 1 0, 1 0 is 0 and 1 0 is 0. Again if we perform bitwise OR, then 0 1 is 1, 0 1 is 1, 1 0 is 1 and 1 0 is 1. So shift of operator can be left shift and right shift. So this is the symbol for left shift and this is the symbol for right shift. Suppose this is the value of x we are having. Now suppose if we write x left shift 1, will shift one position towards left. So 1 will come here, 0 will come here, 1 will again come here, 1 will come here, 1 will come here and 0 here and 0 here. So this is the digits or numbers, one digit towards the left hand side. Similarly you can have x left shift 3 4 any values. If it is 3 here, then 3 digits will move shift towards left hand side. Similarly right shift also works the same way. Now we are going to discuss about size of operator and assignment operator. So we are assigning, when we write x equal to 10, it means the value of 10 is assigned to the variable x. That's why we are writing x equal to 10. Now don't get confused between single equal and double equal. The double equal when we use, that is used for equality operator and that is a binary operator. We can write x double equal to y. It means that we are checking whether x is equal to y or not. The value of 10 to the variable x. And don't get confused between single equal and double equal. We have already seen the equality operator, which was a binary operator. So double equal means we are comparing something, whether this is equal to that or not. So but here it is an assignment operator. It means we are assigning a value of 10 to variable x. The next one is size of operator. This is also a unary operator. Here int, suppose this is a small chunk of code that is shown here. Suppose we are having a variable int a equal to 10. Now if I write printf size of a is %d and we call the operator size of a, it means that what is the size that is occupied by variable a in memory. Now since a is of integer type, 2 bytes for 32-bit processor and 4 bytes for 64-bit processor. So depending on the processor that you are using, the size of a will be either 2 bytes or 4 bytes. So now let's see the operator precedence table. So this table is important if you are going to evaluate any expression. So in your expressions, if you get any operator, so based on the precedence you will be evaluating it. So if postfix is there, you will be evaluating it first, then comes unary, multiplicative and so on. So and suppose if you see the postfix, if you see all these operators are having the same precedence, the brackets, then plus plus minus minus. So for that you will be evaluating it from left to right. If all of this comes in the same expression, then you will be evaluating it from left to right. Similarly for unary it is right to left, so the associativity is mentioned here. So based on this they will be evaluating the just consider this expression. So here we are having the values a equal to 4, b equal to 2 and c equal to 1. A I have written in it capital, but it is actually the small letter. By mistake I have written it here as capital, but it is small. So consider this to be the expression. We are having x equal to a plus 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 b into 3. Now we know that a plus plus is having higher precedence, so we will evaluate this first. Now this is a postfix increment operator. So as I have told you while teaching about postfix increment operator, so here we will take the original value first because it is postfix. So we will take it as 4 and then plus b into 6. What is b? 2. 2 into 3 is how we have evaluated this expression. Now consider the next one, x equal to a into b slash c. Now if we see the precedence chart, multiplication and division are both have the same precedence. Now which one to evaluate first? but we see that for this the associativity is left to right. So whatever comes in the left hand first, we will evaluate it first. So a into b is 4 into 2, which is 8. Then 8 divided by 1 is again 8. So this is how we are going to evaluate the expressions based on the precedence chart. So with this we have come to an end with the operators. So in the next video we will do some programs using the operators. If you have any doubts or queries, then you can write in the comment section so that I or queries. Thank you.